Hello guys, I Arvind Mahapatra. I'm back with another SQL interview. So basically today's question is a restaurant growth 7 days sales moving average problem statement. So suppose we are having a table. In that table we are having almost all the data of the restaurant. So the column content in the table, customer ID, name, visited on, and amount. So for each day there will be at least some amount of transaction will be there, or some amount of sales data will be there. So here we have to write a SQL query to compute the moving average of how much customer paid in a 7 days window. So the basically 7 days window in the sense current day plus 6 days before. For the better understanding, I just copied all the data from SSMS to Excel. So here this is the simple table. So the motto is to find out the moving average sale of 7 days. So what we have to do is first what we will do, first we will segregate the data on the basis of the visited on column. That is the particular on the particular of date column. We will find out the sales amount of each day, and once it will be done, then what we will do is we will calculate the sales amount of cumulative sales amount of 7 day window. Basically to do the calculation of this one, we have to use the partition by and sorry, we have to use the rows between close in the SQL server that is available. Basically the rows between is having the lower bound and the upper bound. We are having the bounds are having different 5 options is there, like unbounded preceding all the rows before the current row, and n preceding all and the n rows before the current row in the sense just the current row, and the n following n rows after the current row, unbounded following all the rows after the current row. So basically here we are going to use only two clause, that is the rows between the n preceding and the current row. So what we have to find out here, last current day plus 6 days before. So for the current day we have to use the current row, and for the 6 days before we have to use the n preceding. That means whatever the number of days we want to calculate before the current day. So here basically we have to use these rows between clause in the over clause during the calculating the moving average. So first we will calculate the group by of cells, the sum of the cells group by this visited on column, because we have multiple entries for one day. So that's the reason we have to use the group by date and sum of the cell. And once it will be done, then what we have to do is we have to find out the moving average cells and moving and that the total cell amount in the window of 7 days, here by the help of the sum, by the help of the rows between clause in the over clause. And then after we have to find out, because our requirement is to find out the 7 days sales average. So that's the reason we have to find out the 7 days sales average data in the output. So we will use the rank function we will rank the data in the on the basis of visited underscore on column. So basically we'll use the dense rank analytical function which will be help us to assign the rank partition in the result. If the value is same for two rows, they will receive the same rank. It will not allow the gap in between the two, and it will not allow the gap in between the two ranks during the assigning the same values of the rows. So basically let's jump into the SSMS for the better understanding. We will start doing there. So here this is the basically our input table. So first what we have to do is we will use t dot visited on comma, and we will use the sum of the amount. We'll just give some alias name to the sum of amount, total amount, group by t dot digited on. So here what we will do, we just calculated, we are just trying to calculate the total amount on each date. Then what we will do is, I'll just make the one city to hold this intermediate result, which will be using in the further execution the same batch. So what we will do is now is, so now we have to calculate. I will just trying to write another sheet which will hold the moving average sales and average sum of sales and average sales amount record. That what we will do is now seated underscore on comma sum of the total amount. Now we will fetch the record from the ct underscore 1, where we are stored each day total sales, total sale amount. So I will use the overclose here to find out 7 days sell amount, order by head or on column. By default it will be in the ascending order, and we'll use the rows between clause, rows between clause 6 proceeding, 6 proceeding and current row. There is a there is a there is a gap between the rows and between rows between. I'll just one alias to this one, that is something last 7 days or cumulative cells. You can say this is the last 7 days cumulative cell, last 7 days cumulative cells from ct underscore a, because where we have stored all the records by each day we have in the ct underscore a, we have already stored the data on each day basis. So that's the reason we are trying to do the calculation on the top of the ct underscore a. So now if we will write select star from ct underscore b, okay, let's see. So here if you will see, here it will see, I will, so basically from here, this is the main table. Here we have just aggregate the data on each day basis. Then if you will see here the 100, then it will do calculation, calculate the rows between 0 rows between 6 proceeding and current row. So basically here it will calculate 110 plus 100, 120 plus 100. Current row is 120 plus 6 days before. So there are now it's 2 days, maximum is 6. Now there is 2 day whatever the rows like before this this particular current row, so it will be some like it will be do the summation of all the rows before the current row up to 6 rows. So here if you'll see in this way it will calculate. So I will come to basically I will come to this part like where it will be calculating 5, 6 and 7. Yeah. So here if you will see it here, see here, we'll just come here because this is the original table. See here, I'll calculate last 7 days. Current row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now see it's 880. If you will calculate here, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. See it's 940. So that means I'm trying to say is it will do the summation of current row plus 6th day before. So this is the current row 160, current row plus 6 days before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till this one till 6th. It will not calculate this one because it's the seventh days. So likewise here if you will see it will calculate current row plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 1000. If we'll see here, it will calculate current row plus 6 days before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have excluded the current row in the calculation here during the count. So see, this is 2500. So this is the way it will work this rows between n proceeding and the current row. So current row in the sense this current row plus in n proceeding in the sense number of days before the current row. So we have mentioned that current row and 6 proceeding. So now what we will do is in the same fashion, but we don't need the sum of cell, we need the average of cell. So for the better understanding, I just mentioned the average, like the sum of cell there. I'll just keep the comma. Last 7 days being last 7 days moving average cell. So now if we will do the calculation, okay, I will. Okay. So now we have find out the sum of cell. Now let's jump into the how it will be calculating the average cells, 7 days average cells. So if you will see here, this is moving average, right? This is and column M is sum of cell of last 7 days cumulative sum of cell. So it's 880, right? So 880 in the sense it will be calculating this current row plus last 7 days. So for last 6 days. So 880 divided by 7 is 125.714. So here what will be the result is it will be the only 100 only. It will be the 100. And here it will be 210 divided by 2 days. This current this 210 is the current row plus number of rows before the current row, that is total is 1. So total is 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's the reason 210 divided by 2 did divided by 2 is 105. Leave about this O column. This is the column which will be generating by the help of the dense rank analytical function. We'll discuss it later. So so this is 330. So how it will be calculating the number of average, the average 1110. So 330 divided by number of rows, number of rows equal to current row plus number of rows before the current row. So total is 1, 2, 3. It will calculate maximum till sixth rows, because our lower bound is the 0, and sorry, our lower bound is the current row, and the upper bound is our upper bound is the nth row, like n proceeding, and till sixth days, till sixth. So likewise, it will calculate here. The current row is 880, and we will do the calculate till last 7 days. The current row plus 6 days before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the reason it's calculating divided by 7. So here, sorry, it will calculate divided by 7. Yeah. So here, if you will see 940 divided by also 7, it's 134. So in this way, 25000 divided by 7. So we are trying to calculate last 7 day average. So the same way it will the way it got got calculated the sum of cell, in the same way it will calculate the average of cell of last 7 days by the help of this rows between clause, in between like 6 proceeding and the current row. So now we need actual data on, like, whatever the required output is. We need the 7 days, the seventh days where it got started. So basically, we don't need all the data because it's not providing the correct, like it's not providing the information what we required, because it's here 105. It's providing the 2 days average, but we need the 7 days average. So that's the reason. So what we will do is we will apply one rank function. So apply the dense rank analytical function. We'll apply the dense rank, and we will mention order by in which order it should fetch this visited column. So it will be, by default it will be in the ascending order. So I'll just keep the alias as a ranking. Okay. So let's see now we need the data where it will be starting from the this starting from the seventh day, because we need the last 7 days moving average cells. So here it should be starting from the seventh. So now what I will do is I'll just make a filter here. Ranking is greater than 6. Greater than 6. We'll see it will be whatever the result is there, it will be expected result it will show. So the 125 is the last 7 days moving cells. On the 9th and on the 10th it's 134. On 11th it's 142, and on the 12th is 357. Thank you for watching my video. Please do like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get the new video. Live your life, live your dream. Thank you.